Dear 2025, please, ow, do not give me a kidney stone in the first 7 days of the new year. What the fuck? That's a kidney stone. Ow! That's a kidney stone, isn't it? I'm here. I am in the hospital. It is 1:58. I've been doing this since 9:15 a.m. You saw the video. I'm gonna stitch this together, but yeah, I threw up. I do have a kidney stone. It's passable. Excruciating pain on pain meds. Yeah, this was just one of the worst kidney stones I've ever had. Had to call an ambulance because mom was having diarrhea and I just woke her up. So they got there within like 5 minutes, which was really good. And then it was a 15-minute drive to the hospital. So this is like at like almost 6 p.m. Eastern time now. My mom walked into the room, so here's the rest of what I was saying. We went to the first ER that the ambulance took me in, and they were packed. They had like 23 people before me, and I was the only one on the floor. Literally, I was rolling on the floor. My pants were down, my butt was showing, I was awful, literally awful, right? Like, it's bad that when, like, my mom had to come later because, I don't know, she had to do stuff before, that was the whole thing, is that mom was having something going on at the same time I was having something going on, so we had to call, 911 and get an ambulance. Not my first time in an ambulance. It actually is kind of beneficial to be in an ambulance when you're having a kidney stone, because those things fucking rock like a fucking roller coaster, and it knocks it out of you. The first time I had a kidney stone, it literally did that. He wanted to put an IV in me, and I just was like, I had flashbacks to the first time I had a kidney stone, and the pain went away because they literally knocked it out of me. So I was like, nah, I'm going to wait for the hospital. And he's like, okay, but if you pass out, I'm going to do that. And I went, okay, cool. He was very nice. Didn't get to say much. I was literally spread eagle. I can laugh now because it's over. Well, for now it's over. I got really good pain meds, and mama's freaking out because she's like, you can't take this pain med with that pain med. And then she called a nurse from the hospital, and she explained it to her that it's fine. And so, yeah, I'm like, whatever. Mama Genta's awesome. Most parents would be like, here, take this, get better. Oh, well. So yeah, we went to the first ER. It was packed. Mama Genta came later. I've been rolling around on the floor, just finally got checked in, went to the bathroom, could barely pee. That's a bad sign. If I can barely pee, that means, I'm either incredibly dehydrated, but I have the urge to pee like I'm filled like a balloon. So that was bad. It was all bad. So Mama called Grandpa, who's downtown, and said, can you go to the hospital and see if they have like a waiting line in their emergency room to see what the wait time would be, And he's like, there's only 2 people in here. So we drove 15 minutes to go to the downtown ER. Like, we didn't even tell the staff from the first ER. Like, we walked out and nobody like, they saw, but they didn't say anything. They were like, yeah. Mom thinks that the ambulance people, when we said, let's go to this hospital, they kind of made a face like, ooh, bad choice, but they didn't say anything. So now mom's going to ask her like, hey, is this a good hospital to go to? Blah, blah, blah. We usually have a good time at that hospital because nobody's there. But apparently today, I don't know, there's a lot of people there. Yeah, I was bad. So we went to the second hospital, and there was still a waiting time. My pain decreased a little bit, but I did throw up in the car. I found an old donut bag from the Dutch bakery, and I was like, I'm probably going to throw up, so I'm going to have this ready. And I did throw up in it, but it kind of leaked out because it was mainly like acid and only like a few chunks of who knows what. I hadn't thrown up like that in a while. I don't count throwing up on like another kidney stone. I was throwing up green because I was on cycled pain medication before my surgery. It was bad. That was the medicine's fault. But this one was just a natural, like, the pain was so bad I had to vomit. And I caught it. Well, it kind of leaked out. I just cleaned it. Ah, boy, I puked in the car. What a lovely person I am. I mean, technically it's my car. I can do what I want with it. Anyway, so we're at the second ER. They get us in. There's a nice guy. Oh my God. I was telling my mom, like, there was a guy, I got wheeled in because she had to go park. So it was the security that wheeled me in and stayed with me. But I guess I was just so out of it. I'm like, that was my mom. And he asked, like, hey, are you waiting in line for the, like, to get checked in? And the guy's like, yeah. And then he moved aside and said, you can go ahead. So I got bumped to the front of the line as I can't even sit in the wheelchair. I get out of the wheelchair, I stand, I fall, I'm like in a praying pose. I'm literally, they all ask the same question. Are you sure you're not pregnant? They're thinking I'm having fucking contractions. That's how bad it is. Jesus. I am not pregnant. I am not sexually active. I am a hikikomori. I'm locked in the house at all times because I hate people. No, I don't, but I just don't, I don't go anywhere. I don't go anywhere. Trouble don't find me because I don't go to trouble. So, yeah, it was fun. There was a lot of young people and that kind of nerved me, but I kind of gelled with the nurse that took care of me. She did an amazing job getting my fucking IV in like a boss. It was easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then I'm like, you know what? You remind me of the Vietnamese, there's a Vietnamese, like, she does like only blood at a certain hospital that does a lot of MRIs, and I have gone there in the past, and she's like, oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. My dad has to go there for blood work all the time. I'm like, that girl gets around. I'm telling you, she got a reputation. She'll take your blood in 3 seconds flat, and you're gonna be more in shock from like, I didn't get the shock, so now I'm in shock. Anyways, I digress. So yeah, they got us in. I get meds. I feel a little bit better, but the pain like travels down to like my belly region. They're like, okay, we'll get an X-ray and a ultrasound, which I was like, an X-ray? Are you sure not a CT scan? They're like, yeah, just an X-ray. Whatever, I guess. I've had the ultrasound before, and so that was fine. She checked my bladder and my kidneys, and man, she pushed on the healthy kidney that had no problem. She shoved that thing in there. I was cringing. And then she was gentler with the one that was, my left side kidney that's having all this issue. It was so inflamed. My whole side of that body was fucking puffed like that girl from fucking Willy Wonka. It was bad. So yeah, they're like, okay, blah, blah, blah. And, then I start getting my pain back, but the fire drill went off. What was she doing? She was doing something. She was giving me meds or something. I don't remember. And the fire alarm went off because they're like, yeah, that happens sometimes because somebody just wants to pull it or whatever. And she was just so unbothered, literally no panic whatsoever. There was no fire. I guess somebody was, because there's a lot of homeless people. And there was a guy in the waiting room. He looked very nice and chill, but I'm pretty sure he was homeless. He was a homie. He was very nice. But yeah, that there's homeless people here and they like to get petty sometimes, so they'll do that shit. But it didn't stop her from doing her job. She just continued doing the ultrasound as there's a blinking fucking Porygon light in my face, which wonderful, photosensitivity and all that. So yeah, then the real doctor comes in. He sees that I'm in pain again. It's getting really bad. And he's like, okay, so here's what's going on. We can see that there's a kidney stone. It still looks like it's at your kidney. It's like 0.44 mil. It's not big. I kept thinking in my head, he said 4 centimeters, which I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like cm. That's bad. It's not even 1 cm, but it's being a bastard. We already knew it was there from my other 2 kidney stones I had like 5 and 4 months ago or whatever. So, yeah, that's where we're at. We're at a standstill right now. My pee was coming out. She said my bladder was empty, So that was just probably the aftershock. There is a chance that a part of the kidney stone might have, flaked off, like a very, very small part of it. It just shredded me all the way down. So yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. I'm sorry if I worried any of you guys. I really was on the floor shaking like my life fucking depended on it, and I was fucking ready to call 911. But, that's kind of a big ordeal to do, don't you think? So our poor new neighbor probably saw that. I don't know why I was surprised to hear the sirens. I heard the police, like, sirens, and then a little bit of the ambulance, and I'm like, wait, why are the police here? What the fuck? So yeah, we had two burly police dudes, and my god, I watch a lot of body cam footage, but seeing them in person, holy shit. Maybe our township is just built different, but damn, they ain't fat, ugly dumbasses. They mean fucking business, but they were nice. It was just very intimidating. They are decked to the nine, full duty belt with all the fucking weapons, just crazy. But yeah, I'm home now. I ate 2 hamburgers. I'm able to pee. They gave me Flomax so I can pee easier with, like, they think it was just like the pain that was making me clench, making it not able for me to pee. Sure, whatever, I'll take it. So now I'm chugging a bunch of water. I'm having actually a really good time because they gave me like Dilaudid or something. I don't know if I'm saying that right or if that's what it is. And that did it. That did it. I'm so social. We went into Walgreens and I was just a social butterfly. It was incredible. But yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing good. Happy 2025. I'll be seeing you guys around. Thank you to everyone that's trying to help me with my computer, and thank you, Echo, for the Minecraft thing. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I will. We'll be seeing ya. Bye-bye.